Ayo, ayo. Daylight command me gratitude challenge. What up, people? How are you today? I'm feeling really, really good. Feeling very, very, very grateful. What are you grateful for? What's got you feeling like sugar and sweet today? You got some stuff going on that you're grateful for? You gotta have something. Look for the little things, little mini miracles in your life. I am going to say today that I am grateful for, this evening rather, that I am grateful for my prison experience. Yes! I said it. I went to prison before. Twice, actually, if you want to be technical. And so I'm going to tell you a little story about my prison experience. Just the one time. The second time, they were for this. Let me clarify here. It was for the same charge. It was just for a DUI when I was 18 years old. Why they sent me to prison? Yes, people, prison. Google it. Lancaster County Prison. It looks like a castle. It's where I went in Pennsylvania. Why they sent me there to a prison? I do not know. I don't know why I didn't just go to jail for 3 days, but I went to prison for 3 days, twice for the same charge. It's a longer story than I am going to get into. And the reason why I am grateful for prison is because, so tonight I had Alpha. It's like a cooler, hip version of a Bible study, basically just helping people, no matter where you are in your faith journey with Jesus or not, to teach you about what Christianity is. Google Alpha. You'll see what it's all about. It's super cool. Love it. Love the people at my table. Love what I'm doing. It's super fun. And, honestly, we have the coolest table out of like the 150 people that go to Alpha. We're the cool kids. Yeah, it's fun. The people are great. And, I'm not trying to minimize all the other tables. We just laugh a lot at our table. So that's why I think we're the funnest table. Anyway, any day, we were talking about tonight's topic at Alpha was having faith. How can you have faith in something you cannot see? And the topic of the moments in your life when you realized Jesus is working for you, or working with you, that he's there for you, that he's in your life. What were the come to Jesus moments, if you will, that came up while we were discussing having faith in something that you cannot see. So of course, my come to Jesus moment, I've had a bunch, and I like to look for moments every single day. I'm constantly having an inner dialogue with God, thanking for everything. I like to find the little miracles all day throughout my day of how God blesses me constantly. So one of my come to Jesus moments, and this was a very prevalent one in my life because I had strayed away from God and all of it when I was like 18, which is when I had my DUI. Anyway, doesn't matter. So went to prison. This is the second time. And I was terrified. I was crying. The guards were mean to me. The other people in prison were nice to me. And I'm 30 years old. Most people tell me I do not look like I'm 30, that I look a lot younger for my age. So if you can imagine what I looked like when I was 18, much, much younger than 18. And everyone was just very nice to me in prison, surprisingly. The inmates. The guards were mean. They pushed me around. They hurt me physically, and it was not good for me getting into it, which made it even more scarier when I got there. In my first hour, I was transferred from like 7 different cells, and I was freaking out. Out. So I'm bawling, and I don't know where this person came from, but a counselor or someone comes by and is like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I tell them, "No, I'm not okay. I have just been through all of this with the guards, they were mean to me, they hurt me, they sexually embarrassed me, and I'm freaking out, okay? Like, I'm here a second time for the same charge. Like, why is this happening to me? Blah, 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 blah. Having a mental breakdown. And I was having the mental breakdown by myself, and then this person came and I spilled to them. So they slide a little book in. They're like, don't let anyone see that I'm giving you this. Put it at the bottom of they give you like this little, it's like comparable to a litter box with like a pillow, socks, underwear, your prison clothes, whatever's in that. I think there was a little mini toothbrush. I can't remember. And he gives me this book. It's called The Shack. Have you ever read The Shack? They just made it a movie. It's an amazing book, basically about a come to Jesus moment. And I just lost all my thoughts. And so I get this book, The Shack. I read it the whole time I was in prison. And I just couldn't believe that we weren't allowed to have books. And so I was blessed to get this book, The Shack, which changed my whole life at that moment. Not only that, but the cell I was in a corner of the prison where you're able to see a clock tower. Now, there aren't clocks in your cells. You don't get to watch the time go by. But I was blessed to have a corner cell where I could see the clock tower. So I could watch the time. And I was really grateful for that. My cellie, he watched my back. It was just it was amazing. He was so nice. He was like the street. He was smaller than me, shorter than me, and very street. Yeah, bro, I got your back. I've been to this prison this many times and blah, blah, blah. Excuse me. So that was a blessing in itself. And, it was not a great experience, but because of the book and because of my cellie, it changed everything around. I didn't even get a bed. I had to sleep in what they call a boat. It's like a plastic, because the prison was overpopulated. It's like a plastic boat. It looks like it should float on water. And you get that and a pillow and a blanket. There's no cushion. And you have to go to the bathroom in the same room. I had two cellies. One was this Amish guy who was very quiet and he was in there for stealing or something. And the other was, I think his name was Jesse, my cellie. And he would put his sheet up as a curtain when he would use the bathroom. I didn't use the bathroom the entire time I was there because I just couldn't. And, the food was disgusting. We were treated like animals. It was terrible. But I found God in that moment. Again, I had other come to Jesus moments, but that was a big one. It was very big for me in my life. Have you had a come to Jesus moment? Maybe you're not on a faith journey, and that's okay. This channel is about gratitude, and I am grateful for my prison experience. What are you grateful for? Are you grateful for anything? How was your Monday? How's your March going? Is your March off to a great start? Mine is off to a very swell start. I have a lot of other things that I'm grateful for, but I'm already at 9 minutes and 30 seconds, so I'm going to cut this short. Well, not short because it's long. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever is going down in your life, it's supposed to be. You are where you're meant to be. You are where you're supposed to be. You're with the people you're supposed to be with. What's going down is supposed to be going down because you are where you're meant to be. Don't fret, my people. If you like what I'm doing here, if you like the gratitude challenge concept, which by the way is not just mine, other people do it. then subscribe to my channel. Like my videos, yo! Tell me what you're grateful for. Holler at your boy. And share. Share it with your loved ones or whoever. Whoever you think needs a gratitude practice, let them know to start one. And they could start one today with me, Dustin King. Out, people. Thank you so much. Thank you, God.